In this video, I wanted to talk about an unseen treasure in this TPEAT repository, which is called the GOG CLI. It is basically the API tool which is used in clawdbot, or now named openclaw, to access your Gmail or Google services through the clawdbot interface. And in this video, we will going to see what it is and how to set it up. So let's get started. So GOG CLI is one of the many projects of this amazing person that I'm like loving each of his projects. But this specific one caught my attention because I am actually going to use this one to create my very own speaking bot that I can talk to and set up my calendar events or check my Gmail. So when you go into this website or this repository home, and I'll link it down in the description below, you'll find GOG CLI, or you can even search in Google for GOG CLI and you'll stumble up into this GitHub repository. So basically what it does, it lists all of the features, such as it has access to, it can have access to your Gmail if you like give it. It can have email tracking. It can manage your Google Classrooms, the Google Chat, Google Drive, contacts, tasks, sheets, docs, and many of the Google services that are that the APIs which are publicly available. With regards to that, I am mainly concerned about the calendar feature, which would let me add, delete, or edit events in my calendar, and that would help me to manage my day better. So let's see how it is installed. So you can just go, it's very simple because I've read it once and I just followed the instructions and I was able to install it without any problems. So if you have a Mac, just use Brew. If you don't have Homebrew, just go and install Homebrew. So just Homebrew install Mac, and it will tell you how to install Homebrew in Mac, and then you can then use brew install to actually install this GOG CLI. So once you've installed it, you don't have to build it from source, and you have to do the GOG dash help to see if the GOG CLI command is being you can use it or not. So let's fire up a terminal and let's see if we are able to use it. So I've already installed the GOG CLI using the brew install GOG command. This tpt /tap/GOG CLI. I've already done that. So if I do it again, it's just auto updating the homebrew and like checking if it's installed or not. So it's already installed, so I did not install it again. So to see if it is working, I'm going to say GOG help, which would actually not show any errors. Rather, it will show all of the commands that are available. Just make it a bit bigger so that you can see. Right. So now that you have this specific like CLI command installed, we can move on to how to configure it. So to get started with using the GOG CLI, you have to do an auth2 credential, like completing all of the steps to give access to all of the Google services to the GOG CLI. So all of the links are given here. So just follow them and follow me, and I will show you how it's done. It's very easy to configure. So firstly, you can go here, but this just gives you a list of open credentials that is available. You don't have to worry what it is. You don't really have to do much in this space. So just cut it out, and you start from the step number 2, which is creating a project. So go here, create a test project. So you can just say test project, and as you do not have any organization, I'm assuming you don't have to select an organization when you're dealing when you're using a test, and you can create one. This will actually, like, it is starting to create a project, and you will select this project, and you will get all of the details of the project that you can see in here. So the next step is that which service do you want access to. So these are the list of APIs that is available for the GOG CLI to use. You have the Gmail API, the Google Calendar, the Chat, Drive, Classroom, task sheet, etc. So if you want to use it with your Gmail, or if you want to use it with the calendar, you can do it via this. So I'll just open both of them because I am mainly interested in the calendar, but you can also, people are mainly interested in Gmail for some reason. So it will take you to the API. You have to just enable it. It will already select the test project. You can see in here, the test project has been selected. You can select any other project if you have, but you can check here which project has been selected, and you can just click enable to enable this API. And if you want to find it from here, not from the link, so this is the Cloud Console. I think where you have to go is click on this. You'll find the APIs and services, enabled APIs and services. You'll find a list of APIs, but here you can press this enable API and services, and this will give you a list of other APIs that you can use. But the GOG does not use all of this API, unfortunately. You can search for it. So if you are trying to find the Gmail API, just search for it. So you'll have one single, like two of them, but mainly you'll need the Gmail API. Click on it and enable. It will take you to the same site. So so hopefully both of these, like Gmail and Google APIs, has been enabled. And then you have to configure an auth consent screen. So click on this link, and in the branding page you have to create a branding. So let's get started, and you have to name the app. So let's just call it test app. There's a support email, so I'll just use my default one, which is used to log into this Google Cloud Console. So it's next, and you cannot choose internal for some reason. You have to choose external. You can read about this if you want. Contact email, the same one, and I finish and create. So I'm creating a branding. So it's going to process. So the OAuth configuration has been created, as you can see, and I think it's going to take some time to like get enabled, but we can do the next part regardless. If your app is in testing, add test users, which is important because if you want to add your email, the Gmail account, the Google accounts which you want to which you want to access your Gmail or the calendar, you have to add those specific Gmail users in here. So you should not use publish app. I don't actually understand completely what it does, but it is in the testing mode right now, and you just want to test it in your a local machine at the moment. And for the test users, just add the ones that you want. So for me, I'm adding the same email again. So just save it. Okay, so I've added the user. So this specific Gmail has the access of those APIs, and so this specific Gmail have GOG CLI have access of the Gmail as well as the calendar, right? So adding test users is done. So, and lastly, we have to create the OAuth client. Let's go here. Let's go here. So I need to create a client. So client is the PC that you are actually using it from. So let's select a web application or a desktop app. Let's select desktop. So let's say test desktop. So know that it may take 5 minutes to a few hours for settings to take effect. Okay, so I don't care about this. So this is the part which is important. I am going to delete it after showing you, but this download.json file is the important part. So you press here, you download your JSON, like the client secret, and you click OK. Right, and this is like completely explained in these steps. So you have this kind of like client secret.json file. Right, so next up is authenticating the GOG using these credentials. So you go to GOG, then you go to downloads, and then so the one that I've downloaded starts with this one. So this is the one I've downloaded. So I press enter, and this has been added to my GOG credential list. So you don't have to do for multiple author project. You don't have to do this. I have a list of different credentials because I've been like testing it with the different accounts. And next, now as as GOG have your client.secrets key and it is in sync with the Google Cloud Console, you now can add the Gmail that you added as the test user. So it's GOG auth add, and this one, and you can also specify for the services that you are actually looking to add it, because you don't have to, you don't want, if you don't want to give it the entire permission of your Gmail, you just have to, you can just pick services that you actually want. So you just press enter and it will take you to a browser here. You select the specific Gmail that you added as your test user. It will say that the app has not been verified. You do not click back to safety because you are the one who's testing it, so it's not from an unknown source. So you just instead continue, and it will ask you which are the permissions that you want to grant it. So you should select all, because you want to for the email, you want to read, compose, and send emails. You want to see, edit, and create and change email settings. You also want to manage sensitive email settings. So you want to give access to these things. You want to give the access to GOG for these type of settings, and also for the calendar as well. So you don't want to miss out of any of the check marks here. So you just continue, and in the background, you'll see that the authorization has been received and it's finishing. So now you have the authorization for this email, and you can check your emails and use GOG CLI to do calendar things and the Gmail things. So how do you do that particularly? So the authentication part has been done. So to see the list of commands of the GOG CLI tool, you can come into the command section of the repository, the main repository. It's a very long README file. So you can come into the command section, and you'll have all of the things that you can do with the GOG CLI tool. So in the case of Gmail, you can search in this. I'm not going to show you each of them. So you can just search here, thread get. You can send. You can just test it out. I am not concerned about Gmail at the moment, so I'm not going to show you this. So you have the list of every Gmail command that is possible with GOG. There is also a thing called email tracking. I think there's a way you can see when the recipients open your mail, which is pretty cool. I might track it. I might try it in the future, but right now, what I'm concerned about is managing my calendar with the voice commands. The voice command part is coming in the next video. I'll show you then. But for the calendar commands, again, you can see the list of calendars. You can see colors for the calendars. You can see the events of today, tomorrow, next week. You can, I think, create a command, create a calendar event in specific calendar ID if needed. There's a summary. So there's a lot of things that you can do with GOG CLI, and it's very exciting actually, because this type of tool actually exists. Very thanks and kudos to the creator, and I am going to use this effectively with my SpeakBot. So in the next video, I'm very excited to show you my SpeakBot project, which I have actually completed in a live in this channel. So this is basically the entire files of the SpeakBot project. It can also be found in my GitHub as well. However, I'm going to make a separate video of how this actually works. Mainly, I vibe coded it, but I have used extensive recent technologies on how to do it. Mainly, what it does is when I speak out loud, it returns its responses out loud back to me. So that is what I'm going to use to actually use an MCD server to say that you can create a calendar event or create a meeting. I have a meeting at 3 tomorrow. Can you set up that calendar event in my calendar? So if I say it like that, it's going to integrate and use the GOG CLI to actually put the calendar event in my calendar. And if I ask it later, then do I have any calendar events for tomorrow, it's going to scan that and use the GOG CLI to return and say to me out loud that yes, you have a specific calendar event tomorrow about the meeting at 3 or something like that. So I'm very excited to show you in the next video. So subscribe, and if you have any questions, so let me know, and I'll see you then.